Whoever was banging this girl, just come out and admit it. I know you got some videos. I know you got some pics. I know you got some text. So apparently Akaash and his wife hopped on his show recently called The Flagrant. So this was their attempt to break down everything that happened, explain themselves. And so I decided to check it out. A few minutes, nothing much, because I started to watch it and I couldn't take it serious, right? But while I was watching, I noticed that she started saying that she got her humor from Akaash. She said that she was actually a virgin. She just had 2 guys that she was making out with. So then I'm like, yo.
Allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Roster.
Yeah, what is a roster?
What is that?
mean to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, you know. Okay. So I was.
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah, literally. One of our fans asked us, would you guys have an orgy? So I just said, oh, I'm actively trying, like as a joke. Now, looking back, like it's been pointed out to me and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash, not to like justify it, but just to explain like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality. So they're just seeing this one thing.
Right.
So the orgy joke started with like Akaash being like, oh, Nav's really hot. Like Akaash would show Nav's picture to his trainer or whatever. Because he's like really like, ripped or whatever.
I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey, cut the. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I was a virgin until I met him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
This is not a cover-up. This looks bad. You're only making yourself look worse.
And her saying hooking up just meant, well, what did she say? Just like making out? They're like, why do you have stories of dudes eating you out on your period?
Because when I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable. I get that. And I was like, oh, great. Good news. My period ended. Like, we can like have fun tonight, blah, blah. And he was going down on me. Looking around down there, like, more blood can sometimes come out even if your period is over. Is
that just making out? What, is he making out with her pussy? That's a common occurrence. All I'm trying to say is she has enough stories about sucking D and all this stuff, and now she's on this pod saying I was just making out with people. It's like, well, bitch, why do you... These like just unnecessary lies where we have videos of what you said before. So now I'm just looking at this like, okay, whatever.
And this is what I'm talking about. Why modern relationships are a joke. They actually think that their audience is stupid. I don't watch that show. I don't watch The Flagrant. But that was their goal, to come on that podcast and make their audience think less of what happened the last 3 weeks. That was their goal. And I was thinking, whoever was a part of this girl's rotation, because we know she wasn't lying, can you just come out and say it? Can you just come out and bring the evidence, man? We want to see it. I was in college too. I know what y'all was doing. We was sharing them. Just come out and admit it. I know you got some videos. I know you got some pics. I know you got some text. I love my white brothers, but come on, y'all got to do better, man. We got to be on top of this. There's a big stigma about, the people that are the most cucked out. I don't want to get into that because that's not what I'm about. But hey, man, we got to stop letting things like this fly. I know you're probably like, oh, I won't do that to him. He's had enough. He's taken enough. I know you're probably thinking that. No, man, apparently they think we're stupid. They think everyone who has made commentary on this, everyone who's seen this situation unfold before their very eyes, who have saw all of her posts, admitting to not being a virgin, admitting to not really liking this guy, we're supposed to pass that off as jokes, humor. And it's crazy, man, because, let's get back to the white boy frat situation. That's funny as hell because I was, like I said, I was in college too. And I definitely believe that. I definitely believe it even more. I know it's true. And we got to stop having this cucked out mentality and pushing it in society. We got to stop doing this. A lot of the ideology that the black community, especially like liberal black women, have gotten came from liberal white women and was enforced by liberal white men. And you know what we call that? Cucks. Simps, guys with no backbone. Guys like Akaash deserves way better than that. To be treated as he was treated, he deserves way better. But that's all we need, man. That's all we really need, man. We need these guys to come out with some videos, some pics, some text. Like, I got a lot of videos from my college days, and I was all through the dorms, all through the parties throughout the town. So I know. But will it happen? I don't know. But somebody is allowing this to happen, and he doesn't want to be the homewrecker. I understand. You don't want to be the homewrecker, but this shit is already wrecked. It's already over at this point. It's just that they're holding it together. Like I said, he's got to make it look like he could cover up for this, but he can't. If you go check out the video that they just posted, in which I'm referring to, those comments are cooked. There's not one good comment that I saw in there. I was scrolling pages on pages. There's not one good comment in there. There's not one, oh, it makes sense. Oh, okay, they cover up for... No, it's all negative comments. And it keeps going. And I couldn't even imagine how many dislikes that video has. But this is why modern relationships are cooked. You build yourself up, you become someone, you get a girl who puts on a front to act like she's something she's not. You don't vet, believing that you shouldn't be having any sexual partners until you're married, and then this shit happens. You get into your 30s, you find a girl that was getting slutted out in college, and look, she embarrasses you like this, but because you're so naive, you try to see right through it. Because you haven't been taught about how females actually are, this is what happens. We see right through this, man. We see right through this shit. There's no way that he thinks that we don't see through this. No way. And I don't even, like I said, his career might be cooked. I don't know. I'm not a Flagrant fan. I never heard about the podcast until recently. So, I'm just giving you my realist perspective on this. And this is bad, man. This is bad. This is not going to cover up for anything. Hopping on your own podcast, having a regular episode, like, things are going well. Like, it's over, man. It's not going to happen. You're not going to fool anybody. Nobody's going to be giggly with you. No one. Besides the people that are on the podcast, the host, that, quite frankly, are bad friends. Because they're going to lie to this guy and tell him, oh, yeah, you're doing this correctly. And lie to that girl and act like everything they did wasn't a huge issue, wasn't the worst thing we've ever seen in society. In society, period. This is the worst shit I've ever seen. I've never seen anything worse than this. Two married individuals. This is terrible. I've never seen this. It's not like this is two people in a relationship. It's not like this is, girlfriend and boyfriend. It's not like they're getting married. It's not like he had another marriage before this, or he has some experience where he's gone through stuff. This is insane. Insane, bro. But that's all I got for this video. I'm going to keep it short, man. Nobody's believing it. Nobody's giggly, trying to, get over the fact that what really happened. And this is what you can learn yourselves, fellas. Staying single is the modern man's best option. And it will always be the modern man's best option. It's cooked. We're cooked. And staying single doesn't mean you can't mess around or you can't have experience. You can't build experience. Yes, you can do that. And people will try to tell you, oh, that's degenerate. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I'm going to continue to prove it over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. But it's your boy Jermaine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Don't cuff thoughts like that. Peace.